I've gotten to the point now where I would rather have my thick bra straps showing than wear a strapless bra. No, thank you. This video is not about bras, it's about books. So, starting today, when this video comes out, Thursday the 16th of April 2020, is a mini reading rush. Now, the reading rush used to be booktubeathon, and it's like a week long with loads of different challenges, and you like try and read lots of different books. And I have never taken part because I've just never been able to carve out a week in my life to prioritize reading. I wish. However, we're in lockdown. I got time. I feel like with everything happening and in lockdown, you've got people who are more busy than usual and people who are less busy than usual. And I'm definitely in the less busy than usual camp. And I'm very grateful for that. And I really feel for the people, especially parents, who probably do not have any time to themselves right now. So sending lots of love to you. So my friend Ariel and her friend Raylene run the Reading Rush, and they're doing a mini version of it. So not a full week, it's over 4 days, starting today, and it's from the 16th to the 19th. So I wanted to make this video to talk about the books that I want to read during lockdown in general, and then the specific books that I've picked for the Reading Rush. Also, if you're watching this on the day it comes out, this evening at 7 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be doing an Instagram live on the Reading Rush Instagram account, and basically like taking some minutes just to read together, and then like little chat, and then be like, right, read time, focus on the reading, and then coming back to chat. So that'll be on the Reading Rush Instagram this evening. So this video comes in 3 parts. Part 1, what I'm currently reading. Part 2, what I'm prioritizing to read during lockdown. And part 3, what I'm going to be reading, attempting to read for the Reading Rush. So what I'm currently reading: The Amber Spyglass by Philip Pullman. This is the 3rd and final book in the original His Dark Materials trilogy. As you can see, I'm like just under halfway through at the moment and loving it. I read this trilogy years ago and can only remember like weird flashes of things that happen in the story. So actually reading this now is like reading it for the first time, because I'm just like, oh wow, it's gripping. I will say though, and I wonder if other people have experienced this too, I'm reading less, and I think that's because before, most of the reading that I did was on the tube, was when I was traveling to and from places. That was where I got the bulk of my reading done. So I don't have a habit for reading at home, and so I'm actually having to build a whole new habit in order to read as much as I used to, or as much as I want to be. Yeah, I'd be interested to know if anyone also is finding that they're reading less because they don't have a commute, and if you have any tips and tricks on how to read more at home. This is a library book as well, and a lot of the books that I have are library books, which is sticking to my New Year's resolution of using my library more. The other book that I'm currently reading, I'm listening to as an audiobook, and that is Happiness for Humans. And I'm listening to this basically because I needed a new audiobook to listen to on my runs and on my walks, and I always like having a physical book and an audiobook on the go at the same time, depending on like what I'm doing. And this one I'd already bought using a credit, and I already had in my library, and so I was just like, sure, let's go for this. I have no idea where I picked it up and when. My instinct is that Lena maybe recommended it in a video like a year or so ago, and that's why it's in my library, and I just never got around to listening to it. But it is great. It's about AI interfering in humans' love lives. I'm not super invested in the actual love lives and the love drama of the humans involved. I'm more interested in the AI storyline and what it means for them like meddling in things. If the two humans get together at the end or not, like, I actually don't really care. But it's very funny, and I believe it's just one narrator, but he does a Welsh accent for one of the AIs, and it really sounds like Rob Brydon, that guy, the one in Gavin and Stacey. It really sounds like him. And I don't know whether I'm just generalizing all Welsh accents, but I'm just like picturing that character from Gavin and Stacey though in my head as the AI. So there's that. So on to some of my priority reads for staying at home. I made a video at the beginning of the year about my reading priorities for 2020, because I often find that I'm reading books because I feel like I should and I don't actually like them. And so I made a list of books that I'm really excited to read and really want to read, to kind of focus in on being like, no, Hannah, this is what you want to read. Like, don't just be like reading things as and when they get recommended to you. So on my last library trip, I picked up a bunch of books and 2 of them were on my priority list. And that is Places I've Cried in Public by Holly Bourne, which is a YA book about a breakup, I think, and basically her retracing all of the different places where she cried over the relationship. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to read this. And then the other one is Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. And I've heard amazing things about this. It's been longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction, I believe. It's set in South London. It's about love, life, family, and race. And apparently it's also quite funny. So these 2 are my reads for after I've finished Amber Spyglass. And I have a priority read for after I finished listening to Happiness for Humans, and that's The Secret Commonwealth by Philip Pullman, which is the second book in the Book of Dust trilogy. I already had downloaded this and I started listening to it. In the intro before it starts, it's basically like, this book takes place 10 years after his Dark Materials, and I just immediately like stopped it and was like, right, okay, need to finish his Dark Materials trilogy first before moving on to this. So that is why that one is on pause right now, and then when I finish this and finish listening to Happiness for Humans, I shall move on to The Secret Commonwealth. So now on to the reading rush. So the hashtag that they're using for this one is hashtag stayhomereadingrush, and there are 4 different book related challenges. So read a book with a house on the cover. I get it. Read a book in the same room the whole time. This one will be tricky for me because I often move between bedroom and living room for reading. So I'll have to just like pick my spot and stay there. And then read a book set somewhere you wish you could go, and read a book that will make you smile. Now, these don't have to be 4 separate books. You can have like one book that encompasses all of those things. I have picked 2 books. Now, normally it takes me at least a week to finish a book. And so now I'm going to be trying to read 2 books in 4 days, but it's my only task. It's the only thing that's going to be on my to-do list for those days, and I'm just going to hyper focus on reading. If you go to the Reading Rush's Instagram account as well, they've also posted what the photo challenges are. So like different photo challenge on each day to take pictures with books, about books and everything. So those are: day 1, take a photo of your favorite reading spot. Day 2, take a photo of your favorite bookmark. I know what mine is, and it's very not safe for Instagram. Take a photo of your bookshelves. Take a photo of a book outside. I actually already did a photo shoot with the 2 books that I picked for the Reading Rush, and I did them outside before I even knew that that was one of the challenges. So, done. Okay, but my books. So I scoured my bookshelves for 1, a book that I haven't read yet, and 2, a book that has a house on the cover. I found 1, and it's one that I got from the library, and that is Ian McEwan's Saturday. You can't really see, but there is a house. It's like London townhouses, because that's the BT Tower, and then those are houses. So this is my book with a house on the cover. I really don't know much about this book other than it's meant to be very good. I'm pretty sure my mum has recommended this to me many times. The entire book is set on one day, Saturday. So maybe this one I read on the Saturday and just like do it in real time. So that's that book. And then the second book that I'm reading is Pages & Co. Tilly and the Book Wanderers by Anna James. Anna has been on my channel before. She gave us some great top tips on how to read more, and she is just a wonderful human being. And this is the first book in the Pages & Co. series, and it's like middle grade, I think, but that won't stop me from reading it as a 28-year-old, because I've heard very good things about this. So it's about Tilly, and she discovers that she can do this thing called book wandering, which means that she can go into the worlds of books. So that ticks my read a book set in a place that you want to go inside books. I don't actually know specifically what book she goes inside of, but I'm sure there'll be something there that I'm like, yes, I would like to go to that world. If there isn't, my backup is that this is set in London, and even though I live in London right now, I have to stay at home, so London is a place that I would like to visit. But yeah, and then one of these books, or both of them, I'll read in the same place. Who knows? So these are my 2 Reading Rush books. Very different. So wish me luck. I've never done the Reading Rush before, and this is only a 4-day one, and I'm still like will I actually finish these 2 books? But let me know in the comments if you're going to be taking part as well, and we can cheer each other on. I'm doing an Instagram live on the Reading Rush account at 7 p.m. UK time tonight. Please like this video if you liked it and love talking about books, and don't forget to subscribe because I make new videos every week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!